Imagine this: a billionaire vanishes into thin air, no distress call, no sign of struggle, no body. One minute he's hosting a gala in his 60-story penthouse, the next, his private jet sits abandoned on the tarmac. Was it murder? A bold, planned escape? Or something supernatural? Tonight, we unravel the chilling case of Ethan Carrington, one of the world's richest men, who disappeared without a trace. By the final frames, you'll question reality itself. Chapter 1: The Men Behind the Empire. Ethan Carrington was one of those names everyone knew but hardly anyone truly understood. He wasn't born into wealth. He built it. A programming prodigy, Ethan launched his tech company, NovaCore, at just 21. Within a decade, he transformed it into a multi-billion-dollar empire that controlled everything from smart cities to military-grade AI. But while his business grew more public, Ethan grew more private. He rarely gave interviews. His employees described him as brilliant, intense, and increasingly paranoid. He lived at the top of the Carrington Spire, a 60-story skyscraper he designed himself, with no tenants on the upper floors but him. It was said to have its own servers, labs, and even hidden chambers. But on March 1, 2025, Ethan Carrington would host a party at his penthouse, and be seen for the last time. Chapter 2: The Night of the Disappearance. The gala was to celebrate a new tech launch, the Threshold. A rumored AI that could simulate entire realities. Only a few close business partners, family, and trusted friends were invited. At 9:05 p.m., Ethan was seen laughing, glass in hand, speaking to his sister, Amanda Carrington. At 9:30, he stepped into a private elevator that led to his upper floor quarters. That was the last time anyone saw him. The security logs showed that he never came back down. Cameras showed nothing, just static between 9:32 and 9:36 p.m. His private jet was scheduled to depart at 10:30 p.m. It was prepped and waiting. But Ethan never showed. At 11:10 p.m., his assistant called the police. His penthouse was dark. The door was unlocked. His phone, smart ring, wallet, and favorite watch, gone. Chapter 3: The Investigation Begins. Detective Sarah LeClaire led the investigation. A veteran of the force and known for her skepticism, she expected the usual, ransom or runaway. But this case was different. There was no sign of forced entry. No financial transactions after 9:30 p.m. No calls. No pings. His digital presence simply stopped. Interviews were conducted. His assistant, Laura, claimed Ethan had been acting strange, sleeping in his office, muttering to himself, obsessing over doors and symbols. His sister Amanda said he recently confided in her.
I'm close to something. But if it works, I may not come back.
At first, Sarah thought it was burnout. But then the lab reports came in. The surveillance server had been tampered with. Not hacked, erased. The kind of wipe that left no logs. Almost as if the footage had never existed. Chapter 4: The Theories. As days passed with no sign of Ethan, theories flooded the media. Theory 1. Murder by a rival. Ethan had enemies. NovaCore's AI threatened competitors. Could someone have taken him out? Theory 2. Voluntary disappearance. Maybe Ethan faked it all. With billions, he could have escaped anywhere. New identity, new life. Theory 3. Supernatural or scientific incident. Ethan's work involved theoretical AI, quantum computing, and neural simulations. What if his experiments went too far? Reporters dug into an abandoned lab beneath Carrington Spire. It had been sealed off for years, but recent logs showed activity. Inside, they found cryptic blueprints labeled Door X. What was it? Chapter 5: Clues and Codes. The deeper Sarah dug, the stranger it got. On Ethan's private server, encrypted logs contained strings of code paired with phrases like reality fold at 99% integrity, boundary breach successful, one subject may pass. A single video remained. A blurry image of Ethan in a hallway, staring at a dark metal door. He whispers. They said it leads to the next level. An audio file was recovered. A faint voice whispered, Ethan, it's time to cross. Everything pointed to something called the Threshold Project. But the documents were incomplete, just pages of fragmented data and geometric diagrams. Chapter 6, Tunnel Beneath the Tower. Sarah got a search warrant. The basement of Carrington Spire held a steel-reinforced vault door, hidden behind utility panels. It led to a tunnel, cold, damp, and silent. At the end, a chamber. The walls were covered in symbols, strange and mathematical. In the center was a metallic archway, the words, Threshold V.1.0, etched into its frame. Power cables led to a generator, now cold. On the floor, a metal bracelet, Ethan's. No blood. No struggle. No Ethan. But scrawled on the wall, in faint chalk, were the words. Not an escape. A crossing. Chapter 7, The Final Revelation. With no leads, the case was archived. Ethan Carrington was officially declared missing. But 2 weeks later, Sarah received a package. No return address. Inside was a hard drive and a letter. You asked the wrong questions. Start asking what's on the other side. The drive contained one final video. Ethan sits in front of a camera. He looks tired, eyes sunken, but calm.
This is not a message for the world. This is a warning. I built a window and I stepped through. If you're seeing this, then I didn't come back. Not because I was taken, but because there was no coming back. Some doors aren't meant to be opened, but curiosity, human curiosity, it always wins.
Chapter 8, The Mystery Remains. To this day, no one knows what happened to Ethan Carrington. Some say he escaped to a hidden island. Others believe he went mad, lost in his own simulation. But others believe he really crossed a threshold. That he unlocked a part of reality humans were never meant to touch. And if that's true, then maybe Ethan Carrington didn't disappear at all. Maybe he stepped into something else. Was it all a trick? A billionaire's escape from a crumbling empire? Or did Ethan truly find a door to somewhere, or something else? The answers disappeared with him. But one thing remains certain. Sometimes the most powerful people don't just vanish, they transcend. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe AI Storytelling YTS for more videos.